is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on, so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Security Bank of Pulaski County, with two convenient locations in Waynesville and St. Robert, Missouri, is a proud supporter of the Waynesville Tigers and Lady Tigers athletics, including all their sports and activities. Security Bank is a member FDIC equal housing home lender. They can provide home loans, auto loans, whatever type of loan you need, and whatever support you need, give Security Bank a call or visit them in Waynesville, St. Robert, Missouri. Welcome here to the St. James tournament tonight. This is our preview show. Also played before our first games this tournament here. I want to thank Security Bank of Pulaski County for being our main sponsor for the Waynesville Tigers. We'll have a quick word from them and we'll be back with a preview of the tournament coming up. Electric is a proud supporter of the Dixon Bulldogs and all the schools in their district in Pulaski County, Missouri, along with Marys County and other locations throughout Missouri. Good luck to the Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs this season from Gasco Sage Electric. G-Tech Fiber is built to last. Your local area internet run on Gasco Sage Electric power poles. Reach out to Gasco Sage Electric for all your G-Tech Fiber internet needs, whether you live rural or in the city. They can provide internet. Chris Pills Basketball is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports, Pocahontas Redskins, and the area schools. Allen Hilliard Sports will once again be providing the coverage of the Waynesville youth football for grades kindergarten all the way to 6th grade this year, from week 1 all the way to the championship in November. Games will start first week of September. Be sure to reach out, WIF Football, if you'd like to play. And first off, on the boys' side of things, it starts on Monday. It is Blair Oaks. They will have a bye. They will play their first game. That is scheduled on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. against the winner of Waynesville and Salem. So the first game on Monday is at 5 p.m. Waynesville and Salem will face off in that ball game. Waynesville Tigers and Salem have both fought this year, and both Tigers splitting wins in the last couple of years. So Waynesville and St. James hoping to come away with that. The winner will face Blair Oaks at 6:30 on Thursday. However, the loser will not play because they'll have a bye until 1:30 on Saturday, automatically to the consolation round. So a bit of an advantage there for the losing Tigers. And the winning Tigers will face one of the top teams in Missouri, and the Blair Oaks Falcons out of Jeff City. And we're going to take another short break here, and then we'll talk about the bottom half of the bracket. We also want to thank the Bank of Iberia and the Bank of Crocker for helping to support these ball games here. And we'll be back after this. Hilliard Sports would like to thank the Iowa Woo this year for allowing me to be their provider of live broadcasting services during their games up in Waterloo, Iowa. Be sure to check them out next season on the Arena League, the Iowa Woo.
1 in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The Health Class Film Guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
The Dixon Athletic Booster Club is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Dixon community, as well as the Dixon athletic programs. Be sure to join the Booster Club. All the money goes to help support the Dixon athletes in the community, whether it be high school, middle school, baseball, basketball, whatever it is. Check out the Dixon Booster Club on Facebook to become a member. $200 to be a corporate sponsor on the video board in the gym.
We
We are here with Coach Caruso here, and Coach Caruso, you have the St. James tournament coming up. You have a opponent that you faced earlier this year, and they won a game here in Waynesville, but obviously the year changes throughout the season here. How are you preparing to go into that game and the start of the St. James tournament?
You know, Alan, that game is in a really tough environment. On a neutral floor, you're playing a good opponent. We don't have school that day. You're playing a team that you've already played, so they already have a good scout on us. You know, it's a recipe for things to possibly go wrong. So, but you know, we say, hey, you're going to be in those kinds of environments when you get to districts. You know, and these tournaments are opportunities to prepare for postseason play. So that's how we're going to treat this. It's going to be a hostile environment, neutral floor, no school. But I feel like our guys have done a great job of remaining resilient. They fought through a couple of really tough games this past week. I feel like that's building some momentum for us. So, you know, all credit to Salem for as good as they are. But, you know, I like where my guys are trending right now.
All right, you talked about some close games. You've had I believe, an overtime game. You've had a couple other games just down to the wire that you've come out on the winning side of here. How's that momentum kind of push ahead into the coming week here?
Well, you know, you always want to be playing your best basketball later in the year, and I feel like that's where we're getting to. And I don't know if you know this, Alan, but, you know, Fox, we beat them by, I believe it was 23 or 24 earlier in the season. We played Northwest at our shootout. I think we won by 3 or 4. Anyways, what I'm trying to get to is the game after us, Fox went and played Northwest, a team that gave us some trouble, and they beat those guys by 23. So I think that goes to show you where Fox is and what it took for us against Fox to get it done. You know, when we played Fox, we just gotten beaten by Branson by 30 plus. We had imploded in the fourth quarter against a good Republic team when we had the lead going to fourth. So, you know, for us to fight in that game, for us to fight in the Camdenton game, it shows that we're building some grit, we're building some resilience. So I think we're really prepared well to go into this, you know, as the 4 seed to try and make some good headway.
All right, and then as a 4 seed, inevitably you will run into I believe Rolla may be the 2 seed in that this year, so you
Blair Oaks
will not run into them, but you'll run into a Blair Oaks team, which every year in that tournament they're just a very tough team coming out of the Jeff City area.
Well, I'm not going to guarantee that we will play Blair Oaks. You know, that's why you play the games.
Well, it's in the path if you go that way. It is in
the path if we go that way. If we're lucky enough to get there, you know, Blair Oaks brings great size, great athleticism. They're really well coached by Coach Voss, Old Liberia Ranger coach. Yep. You know, he has those guys playing really well. They played Rolla earlier in the season. They beat them by 12. So, you know, that they're an opponent that's state ranked, I believe in Class 5, maybe Class 4.
They're coming off a very good football season again.
And a very good football season. So, you know, there's some tradition that's there. So, you know, Coach Voss will have those guys prepared. I know that they're looking forward to maybe trying to get to that St. James Tournament championship game. But, you know, whoever's in their way is going to try to be a tough out for them.
Yep. All right. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Or this week. See you. Auto Glass Central is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports for a couple of years now. Be sure to reach out to them on Facebook or give them a call for all your glass needs, whether it be windshields in cars or doors for your home. Auto Glass Central can help. Home Plate Grill in Dixon, Missouri is a proud sponsor of Allen Hilliard Sports and a great place to eat. Grab a burger, grab some waffle fries. They have some of the best food in Pulaski County, located downtown Dixon. The Plato Athletic Booster Club is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Plato Eagles again this year, especially in the Frisco League Tournament, during the basketball season, and during the spring. Be sure to check them out, Plato Athletic Booster Club, on Facebook to become a member. Roscoe's Ice Cream Truck in Iberia, Missouri is a supporter of the Iberia Rangers and Allen Hilliard Sports again this season. When you see them, be sure to stop by, grab a sweet treat in Iberia. Thank you from Allen Hilliard Sports. Post Pawn Shop is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and all the area schools, including the Frisco League basketball tournament. Be sure to visit them down by the front gate of Fort Leonard Wood. The Bank of Crocker, since 1911, has been in Pulaski County and the surrounding area for many years. They have home loans, auto loans, whatever loans you need. Give them a call. They are member FDIC and the Equal Housing Home Lender.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
And the bottom half of the boys bracket will feature the Rolla Bulldogs, and it will feature the Cuba Wildcats in the first ball game. I believe that is the 2 seed. Rolla losing to Blair Oaks earlier to give them the 2 seed. Blair Oaks got the 1 seed because of that. And then the second game, that game of course will be at 6:30 on Monday. At 8 p.m. our nightcap game is the St. James Tigers against the Stillville Cardinals. So St. James, a much more improved Tigers team this year coming in. And the Stillville Cardinals, a very solid smaller team in the past. We'll see if they can rekindle some of that spirit there tonight, as they'll play at 8 p.m. Now the winner of that game will play at 8 p.m. on January 22nd. The loser will play at 5:30 on January 22nd. That's this coming Thursday. And then the winner of both of the winners and the losers will play on Saturday. The losers will play at 1:30 in the consolation game. Meanwhile, the winners will play at 7:30 p.m. on Saturday for the championship, or the winners will. So we're going to take another break here, and we're going to have a word from the Waynesville Tigers basketball coach about the upcoming tournament here and how things have been going for Waynesville. We'll be back after this. ZCM Timber Harvesting is a supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Iberia Rangers and Lady Rangers in this basketball tournament. I want to thank them for being a big sponsor of this tournament once again. Go Rangers and Lady Rangers. Good luck from ZCM Timber Harvesting. Shelton Welding Custom Fab and Repair in Dixon, Missouri. Give them a call for all of your needs on your trucks, your home, whatever it may be. If it's a welding job, Shelton Welding and Custom Fab and Repair can make it right.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
And back here again, we are bringing you the girls preview now. Appreciate you for joining us for tonight's ball games here. First game is a 3:30 matchup, which will be live on the St. James Huddle camera. I will not have that ball game here, but that will feature Norwood and Gateway Legacy Christian out of St. Louis. That's the 1-8 seed ball game. The winner will play at 6:30 on Friday, January 23rd. The loser will play at 3:30 on Friday, January 23rd. The second game of the night will feature the Waynesville Tigers again in that second game. Another 5 p.m. start. They'll face the Stillville Lady Cardinals, going off against the former Lady Cardinal there from Philip Gamble. We'll have an interview from him from earlier this year talking about the upcoming season that he has had already and is coming up still. And of course we'll have an interview with the Waynesville Lady Tigers coach. We're going to take a short break, then we'll have those interviews for you. We'll be right back after this. Auto Service in Dixon, Missouri is a proud supporter of the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs this season, as well as all the other area schools and towns around Dixon, Missouri. If you need auto repairs, be sure to check him out on 801 West 4th Street, whether it be alignments, tires, whatever it need be. Check out Danny's Auto Service for all your small and big jobs in Dixon, Missouri.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
All right, we are here with Philip Gamble, the girls coach at Stillville this year. So, Coach Gamble, how are things down? Moved from Licking to Stillville there, kind of a change of scenery a little bit.
Yeah, it's a big change of scenery, and we made the move as a family several months ago, and family's real happy with where we're at. It's a great school district to work for, working with some great girls playing basketball, of course, and great community, really. Just a real friendly community. A lot of great people here, and we're happy. Our family's real happy.
All right, and then I was at the Jamboree. You were playing Rolla and Waynesville there. Looked pretty decent there. Some of the girls seemed like they were starting to get in things, and you were working some new things in it, looked like things were starting to click pretty well.
Yeah, and we've got some really good, fundamentally sound players. This group of girls right here that we have, with the exception of a couple graduates last year. I mean, they played in state quarterfinals last year. They were playing some pretty good basketball at the end of the season last year, and there's some girls there that are fundamentally sound. They're hungry basketball players. I mean, they love the game of basketball, and they're just eager to learn, and they've been 100% bought in since day one, and really couldn't ask for anything more from a group of girls or a group of players. Just like I said, we worked some things in that Jamboree the other day, and I thought we looked pretty good in some areas, and there's some areas we need to work on, and we worked on some of that stuff this morning, and like I said, the girls are willing to, they're just willing and eager, very coachable. So I'm real proud of our progress so far.
All right, and then we'll have, of course, your first game is, I believe your first game is against Dixon. I don't think you have a game before that.
Yeah, we play next Tuesday, 25th, here in Stillville, Stillville High School. Our girls play, and then our boys play. So it's going to be a fun, great night to get the season kicked off. Girls have started off. Not sure about that first game start time, and then the boys JV and the boys varsity play, and it's going to be a great way to get the season kicked off. I know Dixon's got two really good teams over there, boys and girls, and I think it's going to be a great start for us, a great challenge right off the bat. I know Coach Ballard over there at Dixon does a great job, so we're looking forward to it.
All right, and then besides the first game there, what kind of follows that up as you don't have a conference schedule like you did in the Frisco League where you start out playing all your conference schools in a tournament, or most of them. So what's kind of your schedule look like going into Christmas at least?
Well, we're going to be challenged right off the start here this season. We've got 4 straight home games to start the season. We're going to play, of course, Dixon next Tuesday. Then we play North County, and then we play St. James, and then we play Richland. And all 4 of those games are at home. And then we go off to the Park Hills Christmas tournament over Christmas break. So our first 7 or 8 ball games are going to be challenges right off the bat. And like I said, with our kids, with the girls coming in, with their willingness, I mean, they practice hard, they play hard, so it's just going to make us better for the season.
All right, and then looking in probably districts, if they're anything like volleyball, you may have a chance at going back to Dixon for districts again, or having Dixon and very similar teams in your basketball district again.
Yeah, that district has not came out. That information has not came out yet, but it looks to be, with Dixon not co-oping with Newburgh this year, that'll move them more than likely back to Class 3, which would, it probably more than likely put us in the same district with Dixon. So, next Tuesday, that much more important because it's a district game, which could help with the seeding part of it coming toward the end of the season. And then again, we could get sent north. I know Steelville's been sent north over the years for districts. So there's no telling, the way it'll come out. But however it comes out, we're just going to have to, you're really in control of your own destiny. You get out each night and you have a chance to outscore your opponent, or you have a chance not to. So, of course, the goal is always to outscore your opponent. And that's going to be our goal there, is to come out and win the effort battle each night and be the most fundamentally sound team and try to outscore, our opponents each night.
All right. And I've always been told and use the old adage that it's better to win the games and have to sit there at the end of the season and hope someone's going to lose a game to make a playoff. So it's better to get the job done when you're in control than it is to wait for someone else to do it.
You're exactly right, and that's kind of the point I was getting to there too. Is you're always in control of your own destiny, especially with the game of basketball, and you gotta play and beat the teams that you're playing against, and really let everything fall into place.
All right, appreciate that, Coach, and good luck. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Action Highway 28 is your local gas station for all your small grocery needs. Also, your Hunt's Brothers pizza provider, making it fresh in the store and keeping it warm under the lights for you. Multi flavors to choose from. You get 3 for $30. Also, all your snacks, chips, whatever you need, down to your beverages and down to your sweet snacks. Check out Dog Patch. The Dixon School District has been a sponsor of Allen Hilliard Sports for many years now and continues to provide sponsorship. They have 3 state-of-the-art schools, including a high school, middle school, and an elementary school, all in Dixon, Missouri, serving the Dixon and St. Robert area children. Be sure to check them out at their new admin building on the corner downtown, just off of Main Street, the Dixon School District, Dixon, Missouri. All right, we are here with Coach Snicker, the Waynesville girls coach here. Coach Snicker, you coming off a rough night last night and having a very good performance against a Northwest team here. What was kind of different than last night here, and some good performances by really the team overall in this ball game here. It seemed like a lot more cohesive than last night.
Yeah, we struggled last night putting the ball in the hoop, and then we lost a little bit of our confidence and kind of got down, and so we had lapses on defense. And so tonight we really worked on getting our legs back last night after the game, and then tonight, like, our big thing was, hey, let's play together, let's play smart, and and I thought we did a good job of helping each other, communicating, and sharing the ball, and taking the shots that we needed to take. Again, last night we took good shots. We just didn't get them to fall, so we kind of struggled offensively, which led to our defensive lapse last night to where the game got out of hand. And so we fixed that piece of it. We're looking to really try to put a run together now, and that's what we talked about just now.
All right, and you're going into the St. James tournament. Your opponent is the Stillville Lady Cardinals there, a team that not too many teams this area has played except for the Dixon Bulldogs, which is a very good team, and they won kind of a somewhat close game at the beginning of the year there. So Stillville, a young team, and they're a quick team here. How do you prepare for a team like that you don't really see a whole lot of, or is that one that you just kind of prepare your team the way they're going, and if you play a good game?
Yeah, so we saw them in Rolla at the Jamboree. It was us, them, and Rolla. And of course, we're different than we were at the Jamboree, and so are they. They play hard. They have a couple good players that can score and really attack the goal. They play aggressive, and like I said, they play fast, try to speed you up a little bit in a zone and in a press. But it's really about us focusing on us right now. It's not about us focusing on somebody else. We just got to play our game, play together defensively, and get better each night. And each practice, we talk about getting 1% better. And so tonight we got better. We needed to fix some things, and we did. But now we got to take steps forward against a good Steelville team.
All right, Coach, good luck. We'll talk to you during the tournament.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Come visit the downtown service station in Waynesville, Missouri. They have been there for many years. Used to be the Schultz service station, but they do maintenance. You can get gas. They sell Route 66 merchandise. There are plenty of things to do downtown. Be sure to stop there and visit the friendly staff. If you need a quick job done, they can take care of it, or just stop in and say hi.
To the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's barbecue pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
Dickey's Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Newburgh Wolves and Lady Wolves, as well as the area schools and communities in Rolla. Among other areas they serve, be sure to check them out on Kings Highway. Enjoy Dickey's Barbecue, greatest in town. Arkansas Activities Association believes that athletes are taught by many things through sports. In addition to the skills they learn, self-control, ideals of fair play, honesty, respect for authority, and for opposing players. To learn these values results in maximum benefits from his or her athletic experiences. Once again, thank you to the Arkansas Athletic Association, and good luck, Pocahontas Member School, Arkansas Activities Association.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
And we are back here, the bottom half of the bracket, a very tough Fatima Comets basketball team. They will face Blair Oaks. That game will be live only on St. James Networks there. That'll be a 6:30 start. They'll face Southern Boone, who we've seen in this tournament in the past. And then the final game of the night will be a cat fight here, be the St. James Lady Tigers facing the Licking Lady Wildcats. And St. James coming in as the higher seed here. There'll be the nightcap game at 8:30 p.m. Licking coming in with some losses on the season, but a very tough basketball team. So we'll see how competitive that game can be there. I think it could be a very tough ball game here. We'll have an interview from Steve Risler from earlier in the year also. to talk about the season that was coming up and some things there after the Frisco League tournament, if we have that interview available there. And then we will be back to close out the pregame show brought to you by Security Bank of Pulaski County.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Progressive Ozark Bank in Licking, Missouri is a supporter of the Licking Wildcats and Lady Wildcats athletics, including this Frisco League tournament for the boys and the girls, and the district tournament. Thank you, Progressive Ozark Bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing lender. Town and Country Bank is also a supporter of the Licking Wildcats and Lady Wildcats, along with other activities in the Licking area and Texas County. Be sure to stop by, give them a call, member FDIC, for all your banking needs. Town and Country Bank in Licking, Missouri. All right, we are here with Steve Risler, the Licking girls head coach. Coach Risler, you've been coaching for, it's been a while now, and you've been through a couple graduation cycles here, and you're having one of those where kind of the remnants of those state championship teams is starting to graduate off and has graduated off. And so how do you look into a season like this where you got a lot of young kids coming in, and the young kids very successful at that?
Yeah, we're just going to try to simplify things and make it as easy as possible for the younger kids to transition to the varsity level and have success. So we've cut the playbook down dramatically. We're just going to stick to one basic defense, one basic offense, and just try to be really good at that so they don't have to think really. They can just play and use their athleticism.
All right, and then obviously basketball season, jamboree season, it's that couple weeks now, week and a half, where all the teams get their jamborees in here. Did you have yours, or is yours coming up? And if it did, how did your team do so far?
Yeah, we played at Fatima on Friday night with Blair Oaks and Fatima, and we did okay. It was, I think, it's not really for score, but we won our fair share of quarters, and got to play a bunch of kids and got to look at a bunch of different things, and then we got to play against two pretty good programs that did multiple defenses, ran multiple stuff. They played a bunch of kids also, so it was a good night for sure.
All right, and then also the coming in, you have the normal Frisco League tournament as usual every year. I think you are the 4 seed. You're right in the middle, if I remember right on that. 3 or 4 seed, somewhere in that middle bracket range of it. But, how do you go into this year looking at some of the teams have really jumped around in the seeding this year compared to where they normally have been in the past?
Yeah, we're the 4 seed, and we drew Dixon, who will be, they'll be young. They've got that real good group that's freshmen now in high school. So nobody really knows what to expect from them yet, but I think they're going to be solid. And then Crocker, everybody kind of knew Crocker was going to be the 1 seed. They returned the most, had a successful year last year, and added some decent freshmen also. So, and then I think 2 seeds Iberia, he had an undefeated JV season last year, and they actually won the conference and the conference tournament. And then Richland returns Moss and Cardoz, and they're the 3 seeds.
Okay, and then looking at your schedule coming up, any big games? I know you like to schedule some pretty tough competition out of your class to get yourself ready for particularly the postseason, where the games can get very tough, along with some of the area games. You got some rivalries down there in Texas County and some of those teams closer to you down there that the northern teams don't have in the Frisco League.
Right, yeah, I'd say one of those teams is Thayer. They've become a Class 2, Class 3 power in the last 10 years or so, and they're going to be good again. We don't play them till late. I think early we opened with the rivalry game against Salem in the Big Cat Classic. We played boys and girls on the same night. I think it starts at 4 o'clock, and then we play JV, varsity. So it's a pretty cool night. And then we always have our rivalry with Houston, but it's just based on location. We're 15 miles from Houston and 20 miles from Salem, so that has a lot to do with it.
Now, one thing I noticed down in this area is there's a lot of tigers and wildcats, and, well, there's not very many bobcats, but Thayer's a bobcat, but there's a lot of cat animals in this part of Missouri.
Yeah, I think, back when schools were being built, they must have had an obsession with cats or something. I don't know.
Because even some schools that used to be Tigers changed their names because everyone else was Tigers back in the 1920s through the 1950s.
I didn't know that.
Yep, Camdenton was one of them. They used to be the Orange and Black Tigers. So think what that rivalry could have looked like for Waynesville if they didn't change their mascot. Could have been an interesting rivalry. But anyways, do appreciate your time here, and we will talk to you during the Frisco League tournament, and I'm sure you'll stop by, or hopefully you'll stop by during one of the games you're not playing in, and give some words of advice like always.
Yes, I'll come talk to you.
All right, so when is your first ball game, official ball game? Is it Frisco League tournament, or do you have a...
No, Salem.
The Salem games before the tournament then?
Yeah, we just play Salem on the 25th. That'll be, and then we'll play on that opening Saturday in the Florida game against Dixon.
All right, sounds good. Well, I will be there, and it'll be live on Allen Hilliard Sports also, along with, I believe, I think Lakeway will also have a huddle feed coming out and possibly some radio. So plenty of coverage to watch, and we will talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, Alan. Thanks for covering.
Borum of Cross Creek Realty is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Crocker Lions, as well as all the other area Frisco League teams in this part of Missouri. Be sure to check him out at Cross Creek Realty for all your home needs, whether it be selling a house or looking for a house. They have homes to sell and homes to buy. Rennie Tire Pro is your local tire shop in the Licking area. Be sure to check them out for whether it be just changing a tire, buying a set of new tires, small auto repair. Check out Rennie Tire in Licking, Missouri. Rennie Pharmacy is a proud supporter of the Licking Wildcats and Lady Wildcats this year. Be sure to check them out for all your pharmacy needs in Licking, Missouri. The Bank of Iberia is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Waynesville and Iberia communities, along with all the other Frisco League teams in the area. Be sure to give them a call. They are a member FDIC, Equal Home Housing Lender, 2 locations, Waynesville and Iberia. And we want to thank you for joining us here on Allen Hilliard Sports for this pregame and all the games that we cover here. We're going to take a short break, word from Security Bank of Pulaski County. Then we'll be live action for basketball. We'll see you in a few from St. James High School. Security Bank is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports, and they are the main supporter this year and sponsor of all broadcasts of Allen Hilliard Sports. They've been around since World War II through the thick and the thin, supporting the Waynesville St. Robert community through all these years of growth, and continue to support the Waynesville St. Robert community through 2 locations in Waynesville and St. Robert, one in downtown by the courthouse, the other location in St. Robert. Be sure to check out Security Bank of Pulaski County for all your banking needs. They are member FDIC, whether it be car loan, house loan, they can make it happen. Again, thank you, Security Bank, for all your support. And Security Bank wishes the best for all the Tigers and Lady Tigers this season in all their competitions, whether it be arts or athletics. Again, Security Bank of Pulaski County, 2 convenient locations.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, over to the flats this time. That's a touchdown just off the bat. You've hit your fury and kept
Welcome here to St. James High School. This is our final game of the night of our doubleheader tonight. This is the St. James Lady Tigers and the Licking Lady Wildcats. I want to thank the Town and Country Bank from Licking, Missouri, and the Licking Athletic Booster Club for all their support, making these games possible here. First off, we'll get to the starters here. We'll probably have to meet some music here, but we'll be back in a minute. All right, we are ready to go here for the tip-off. And before we start here, we're going to have an interview we had with Rizzler right before the game. Talked with him about the tournament here, so we get some play-by-play back with you in a little bit here. We'll see how the AI scoreboard works. Steve Rizzler, Licking Lady Wildcats coach, and you have the St. James Tigers, a team that you know well. You've played them many times, and how do you prepare for a team that you know well?
Well, this year they've kind of changed up what they've done. They're playing more zone, 2-3, similar to what we play, and a different style of box press. So, we had 2 days of practice to prepare for them, and we're just gonna, try to compete and keep the game close to the fourth and see what happens.
All right, and then you're coming in with kind of a younger group that is gaining more experience as they go, I imagine.
Yeah, we lost Keely Gorman, our leading scorer, to ACL, so she's out for the season. And so it's kind of like a second season starting group, and everybody's got to fill new roles and stuff. And I'm playing 3 freshmen, major minutes, and just 1 senior, so yeah, we're pretty young.
All right, and then later in the tournament, depending on which way you go, you have either Norwood going towards the winner's side, and then Fatima, which right now is winning the ball game, which is another good team.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other direction, you have a Southern Boone team that may be on that side. And
it'll be tough either way. We know this is a tough tournament. I think, outside of Norwood, 2 through 7, I think could have been any order really. But I think we probably should have been 7 without losing Keeley. So, we're just gonna try some stuff out. We play St. James again in a week. We'll be back here next Monday to play them, and we just played their JV2 in a JV tournament. So, yeah.
Well, you get to know them very well.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Coach, good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, we are here with Steve Rizzler. And that was our interview with Coach Rizzler there as having some bit of a delay here for some reason. But we may have to restart and figure out why it's doing that, but it's kind of working. It's thinking. Doesn't appear to be affecting the broadcast, so we'll just live with it here. Out of bounds. But that was tipped off of the Wildcats here. 6 points in the game for St. James here. 2 threes to start this game, 2 big threes. It was Kinnemitzer and Campbell. Start of the second quarter, we will have an interview. Penelope Huff picks up her foul. She picks up two fouls now after that, so she will have to make sure she watches the rest of the game here. Early fouls, too. Free throw, no good. I don't know why. Oh, he's bumped over here. Okay, I've got to redo all this because for some reason St. James, another 3. This time off target, offensive rebound for St. James. There we go. I don't know why I keep bumping that or something, but I think we're okay now. Third team foul for Licking there. Her first. It is 10-0 right now. Stillville looking to make it 11. 11-0. Not Stillville, St. James. Underneath, ball is going to be turned over. So Lady Wildcats have yet to score here in this ball game. That is thrown to the backcourt here into St. James. And basket is good. 13 points for the Tigers. The winner will play at the late game on Friday. The loser will play at 5. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this. Again, I want to thank Tri-County or Town and Country Bank and the Licking Booster Club for all their support. We'll be back. Auto Service in Dixon, Missouri is proud supporter of the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs this season, as well as all the other area schools and towns around Dixon, Missouri. If you need auto repairs, be sure to check him out on 801 West 4th Street, whether it be alignments, tires, whatever it need be. Check out Danny's Auto Service for all your small and big jobs in Dixon, Missouri.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Oh, there we go. We are back ready to go here. We got some frame issues, but it's more on the preview screen than anything. That is out of bounds. A little too fast out of the timeout there. That timeout by Licking that first one. 3-point shot, Tigers. That is good from the corner. 18-0. It has been all St. James in this ball game so far. Foul on the Tigers on that. That'll, I believe, on the floor, though. No shot.
Committed by number 14, Brindley Costopoulos, her first.
And again, I want to thank the Licking Booster Club and Town and Country Bank for all their support. Tigers can't get the transition shot, a little too quick on that. Underneath. Ball is stolen, opposite end here, and passes up the basket underneath. They're going to reset. Tigers will drive in, kick it out for three. St. James, no good. Offensive rebound. Foul, 2 free throws coming. That is foul number 4. And that will put the St. James Tigers in the bonus. So, next game for the Waynesville Lady Tigers, our broadcast will be against the Norwood Lady Pirates. That game will be at 6:30. The loser of this game will play at 5. The winner will play at 8. So it'll be back-to-back games on Friday for you. No games Thursday from here. Waynesville Tigers got a bye. They will automatically move on. Instead, we'll have the Dixon Lady Bulldogs that night. Oh. Whoa. The scoreboard says 0. But it's still 0. So it is 30 or 22-0. I don't know why it says 32. There we go. Whoa. There we go. Now we're right, but it is 22-0 still. Looking for their first points of the game. And these St. James Tigers coming out very strong. Again, second quarter, we're going to have an interview with Coach Terry Wells of the St. James Tigers. Talk with him also before the game. Inbounding inside, Licking, trying to find someone. This is, again, a very young Licking team here. Their injuries have kind of hurt the Lady Wildcats lately here. Jump ball. That will turn the ball back over to St. James. Under 2 minutes remain here in this first quarter here, waiting on everyone to get off the floor there and get subs in and out. And again, thank you for joining me here. It's been a pleasure. It's acting a little cranky, but seems to be behaving itself, at least on the that end there. Also want to thank our sponsor, Security Bank of Pulaski County, for bringing you Waynesville Tiger coverage of the tournament. And also Saturday, thanks to Country Financial, we'll bring you the St. James boys here also in their ball game, depending on what time they play. Ball is loose, going the other way. 3-point shot. Nope, they'll pass it up this time. One minute roughly remains here. 3-point shot. Licking. That is good. Floyd picks up the 3-point shot. And that is the first points on the board for the Lady Wildcats here. They currently trail. And again, we'll reset everything, or I will, so don't go away whenever, if it pauses during halftime, we'll just get a quick reset on everything, make sure it's all going to behave till the end of the game. Last few seconds remain here in this first period. 2-point shot, Licking, no good. Rebound, Tigers. Rebound, Smith on that. "17 seconds remain. St. James will get a timeout. We'll be back after this. ZCM Timber Harvesting is a supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Iberia Rangers and Lady Rangers in this basketball tournament. Want to thank them for being a big sponsor of this tournament once again. Go Rangers and Lady Rangers. Good luck from ZCM Timber Harvesting. Shelton Welding Custom Fab and Repair in Dixon, Missouri. Give them a call for all of your needs on your trucks, your home, whatever it may be. If it's a welding job, Shelton Welding and Custom Fab and Repair can make it right.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 200.
So back out there, it is St. James basketball. Stolen by Licking. St. James will get the ball back. Licking will get the ball in the scrum here. 2 seconds to go. Shot up. Free throws with 0.9 seconds on the game clock. That'll give the Wildcats a chance. Second foul on DeLuca, the senior forward. Free throws for Morgan Stone right now. Free throws both good. And this will be it. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this. It is a 22-5 lead, St. James. And Borum of Cross Creek Realty is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Crocker Lions, as well as all the other area Frisco League teams in this part of Missouri. Be sure to check him out at Cross Creek Realty for all your home needs, whether it be selling a house or looking for a house. They have homes to sell and homes to buy. Rennie Tire Pro is your local tire shop in the Licking area. Be sure to check them out for whether it be just changing a tire, buying a set of new tires, small auto repair. Check out Rennie Tire in Licking, Missouri. Rennie Pharmacy is a proud supporter of the Licking Wildcats and Lady Wildcats this year. Be sure to check them out for all your pharmacy needs in Licking, Missouri. The Bank of Iberia is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Waynesville and Iberia communities, along with all the other Frisco League teams in the area. Be sure to give them a call. They are member FDIC, Equal Home Housing Lender, 2 locations, Waynesville and Iberia. So we are back here, second quarter action ready to go. The scoreboard brain has figured itself back out, so we're going to roll with it here and pray it all behaves itself. Again, halftime will reset everything and do what we can. St. James slowing things down here. Not quite going to the basket as far. Spreading out this Licking offense. I mean, they're opening up a chance for a long shot here is what they're doing. Or a wide open basket underneath with that cut right there. Can't get the layup though. Basket up. Basket is good. Tigers, or Wildcats, they have 7 now. Three up, no good. Part of the problem is you got Tigers that are orange and black, Wildcats orange and black. Got red Tigers. Only have 1 blue Tiger this year in this tournament. St. James kicks it out. A little pick and roll there. And the three-point shot is good. That is Rourke with the 3. Good movement by St. James here. (25-7), not 17. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Now we're fixed. Foul on the play. Foul on Madeley Davis. Jump ball. Possession will stay with St. James. Substitution coming into the game for Licking is Rennie. Kylie Rennie. Also want to thank Rennie Pharmacy, Rennie Tire for all of their support in the Frisco League tournament and all the different sports they have done. 3-point shot. Deep one overshot the target. Ball is off of Licking. It will remain St. James basketball, though.
Back in the game for the Lady Tigers, number 33, Sophie DeLuca.
DeLuca back into the game for St. James. Side, kicked it out for 3. 3-point shot. Tigers, no good. Rebound, Wildcats. Foul on the shot. That will be number 2 for Licking. 25-7 here.
Foul committed by number 5, Madeley Davis. That's her second. Shooting 2 for the Tigers, Avery Campbell. Coming back in the game for the Lady Tigers, number 12, Shaylin Smith.
26 points now in the game for this home Tigers team here in the white and red. Licking the black and orange uniforms. Underneath. Foul on the Tigers. That's number 3 now. Or on the Wildcats.
Foul committed by number 0, Morgan Stone.
So Morgan Stone will pick up her second foul now. Third team foul for Licking. Inside, kicks it out for 3. 3-point shot. This one is short. A little too much backspin on that. The internet is also not behaving itself as much either, but I don't know if it's affecting the stream, but it's definitely affecting the program here. (26-7). 19-point lead by St. James. Make it a 20-point lead. 22 to be exact, but Richardson with the 3. Let's see, 5th 3 that they have had in this ball game for the Lady Tigers. Tigers kick it out in the corner here. Three-point shot. Nope. They're going to pass it back up. Smith had the ball. She has hit a 3 already in this ball game here. Inside. Again, St. James, they're going to kick it out for another 3. And they're going to hammer another 3 in. Right now, the defense not figuring out how to stop that one. Leaving them open. Foul on the Tigers. It's her second for Campbell, the senior guard. That will give the ball to Licking. And we forgot my interview. You know what? We'll start the second half with it. I apologize for that. Tigers for 2. 34-7. It is St. James in the lead here in the 2 seed position. Other games tonight, it was Norwood defeating Gateway out of St. Louis. Gateway Christian, I believe it's what they're called. Then the Waynesville Lady Tigers defeating Stillville in the second game. So both those teams will face off. The winner of this will face Fatima. The loser will face Southern Boone. 2 very good teams. Second team foul for Licking. Second team foul for St. James. They have 2. 3 for Licking out there. Drive underneath. Nope. Passes up the shot. Off the Wildcats. That'll give the ball back to the Tigers here. 34-7. Entering the game 33-3. Campbell and DeLuca. Three-point shot up. No good. Ball tipped into the hands of the Wildcats. Rebound, Hadley Davis. Looking, that is good.
2 points, penalty high.
The freshman Huff on that last shot for 2. Ball's bobbled into hands of Licking. Licking for 2. Huff for another 2 points. Nope, that is not Huff. That is Medlock that time. Seen the 5, but did not see the other number. Foul underneath. Basket is good. 36 points now. That is 2 points in the game now for DeLuca. The forward will bring up the 4th foul, so Tigers also in the bonus. Free throw up. That is good. It's a 3-point play. Clock running out. And no good with that. We're going to take a break here. We'll be back for the second half. I'm going to reset this, and don't go too far. I'll be back in just a minute. You're watching basketball on Allen Hilliard Sports. And we are back for the second half action here. It is the third quarter coming up. 37-11 right now. A 26-point lead. I did have to change my frames per second, so I don't know. I guess I get to see how the quality looks compared to the other. Looking underneath, can't get the shot. Second attempt is up. Second attempt is good. Huff. 4-2. Tigers with the miss. Looking underneath. 2-point shot. Basket good. LP Huff again. 4 points to start the half. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on, so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Security Bank of Pulaski County, with 2 convenient locations in Waynesville and St. Robert, Missouri, is a proud supporter of the Waynesville Tigers and Lady Tigers athletics, including all their sports and activities. Security Bank is a member FDIC equal housing home. And we are back. I think I exercised the demons at least for today. I don't like what I did a minute ago, so we'll go back to do it this way. Ball loose again. Huff, I believe. Trying to go for 6. High shot, no good. Rebound to St. James, other direction. It is 15, by the way, not 6. Fix that. A little bug in the scoring deal that you just got to get used to. Again, basket missed into the hands of the Lady Tigers here. Lady Tigers for 3, no good. Underneath, offensive rebound. DeLuca with the second attempt bucket, and that was good. Again, want to thank the Town and Country Bank and Licking Wildcat Booster Club for bringing you coverage of tonight's ball game here. Jump ball. Both going out of bounds, and ball heading back to the Tigers here after the jump. 39-15. .4 lead. Tigers underneath, found a hole. Didn't get the bucket though. Into the hands of Licking there. Davis bringing the ball down. Baseline drive up, no good. Rennie with the attempt on the baseline, couldn't get the basket to fall. 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Tomorrow is supposed to be a very nice day, compared to what we had anyway. So if you got some stuff to do outside, try to get it done. 3-point shot. 19 points in the game now for...
2 points, 44.
That is Kimitzer. And Floyd picked up the last bucket there. Another three, this time off target. Huff gets the rebound. Ball picked up off the ground, going the opposite direction. Nope, you can't read 17 either. Two-point shot, no good. Tigers get their own rebound. Little wheel route inside. And 44-17. The winner will face Fatima. The loser will face Southern Boone. Davis on the board that time. A couple points for her in the ball game. Foul on the Wildcats. This is going to be on Addison Floyd, the senior. She'll pick up three. That will bring in Stone, among others out there. And Thompson out there. But we're going to talk to, while we got a chance here, we're going to bring you the interview from the St. James coach here. And we'll let you listen to this, and we'll be back with more play-by-play. Here with the St. James girls coach here. Coach, you've been from the banners up there about 10 years, it looks like. Pretty close to it.
Yeah,
at least 10 years.
I think this is my 14th at the varsity level here, so been here a while. They haven't ran me out of town yet.
But a lot of success here on those banners, and this year another pretty solid year, looking later at districts. But right now you got the Licking Lady Wildcats, a team that you've played many times in regular season, and I don't think playoffs because different classes now, but I know in this tournament a common opponent here also. How do you prepare for a team like that? And also, you know Rizler very well.
Yeah, me and Riz, I think, came in at the same year. And for the first 5 or 6 years, we were both Class 3, so we would run into each other in sectionals or in districts. But now we're in different classes, so we don't have to worry about the postseason. But it seems like we always run into each other whenever we can during the regular season. He's going to know everything I do. I'm going to know everything he does. And at the end of the game, like usual, it's going to come up with how much the kids do, which team puts the ball in the bucket, which team plays the hardest.
All right, and then you're going to face the winner or loser of the game right now, which is, I believe, Fatima and Southern Boone out there. Two teams that you've also played, and two very good teams in the past, and Fatima, a solid team every year.
Yeah, two solid programs that are good year in, year out. I think us, Licking, Southern Boone, and Fatima all seem to have issues early in the season just scoring consistently. The kids play hard, and all the teams can defend. So, you know, whichever team comes out and works the hardest to earn those good looks is probably going to have the best chance. So hopefully being a home tournament, our kids will come out with energy and have some success this week.
Well, I know the crowd Monday was pretty good for the boys there, so I imagine the girls, hopefully you'll have a pretty decent crowd of parents and students coming out.
We're a basketball town. Usually we have a decent crowd, especially as the season gets later and later, get closer to in the conference and district. We'll bring a good crowd, so hopefully there's any energy in the gym and the kids will have fun.
All right, and then on the other side of things, you have Norwood, that is a very solid team looking at their first game there. Of course, we didn't know a whole lot about the team coming down from St. Louis.
Well, they've been to the Final Four 3 straight years with this group of kids. This group of kids came in as freshmen, immediately started playing and had success, and they're looking to go back to the 4th Final Four. So any team that experience with that much success is going to be a handful for anybody.
Yep, so on the winner's side, someone's going to see them eventually there, but, well, good luck, Coach, tonight, and we'll talk to you later on in the week. And that was our interview with Coach Terry Wells from the St. James Tigers here, waiting for the inbound here. 25, 23, I think. Something like that point difference, 47-22. If you're just joining us, it is Licking in the black with the orange. White and red is St. James. Foul on Richardson. She'll pick up one. That is the third team foul. Free throw, no good. So barring some changes here, it will be Southern Boone and Licking at 5 p.m. on Friday. Then we'll have our second game of the night. The Waynesville Lady Tigers will be facing the Norwood Lady Pirates. That will be a 6:30 game. And then the last game of the night will be St. James. Right now it looks like it'll be St. James, but the game's not over. But they'll face Fatima either way, so that'll be the third game of the night. We'll have our first two live for you. The other one will be on the St. James Huddle camera. You could watch that. 3-point shot. So, Tigers taking their time here. Again, thank all the coaches for talking to us for these games. No one there. That's a turnover. That is 48 seconds on the clock. Hope if I maybe fix it. Well, I tried to. It's not very keen on reading that, is it? 28 seconds remain here.
24, Kara Green, that's her first. Fourth team foul. 0-0 Morgan Stone shooting at the line.
And Stone will head to the free throw line here. Free throw bounced everywhere but in the basket. Well, it tried to. Clock winding down, 15 seconds remain. 10 seconds left on the game clock here. And down to 5. St. James gonna have to get a shot off. They do. That is short. And with that, we're gonna go into the fourth quarter break, 47-23. St. James in the lead. We'll be back after this.
Don't forget all the items in the concession stand are on sale.
Come visit the downtown service station in Waynesville, Missouri. They have been there for many years. Used to be the Schultz service station. But they do maintenance. You can get gas. They sell Route 66 merchandise. There are plenty of things to do downtown. Be sure to stop there and visit the friendly staff. If you need a quick job done, they can take care of it. Or just stop in and say hi.
To the block and tackle the Mac Stack, a Dickey's Barbecue Pit game changer. Our signature mac and cheese topped with Dickey's quality slow smoked meats. And Dickey's delivers just in time for kickoff. Visit Dickeys.com, legit Texas barbecue.
Dickey's Barbecue is a proud supporter of the Newburgh Wolves and Lady Wolves, as well as the area schools and communities in Rolla. Among other areas they serve, be sure to check them out on Kings Highway. Enjoy Dickey's Barbecue, greatest in town. All right, fourth quarter action here. It is a 24-point ball game in favor of the St. James Lady Tigers right now. I want to give a big thank you to the Licking Booster Club Town & Country Bank, and all the other Licking sponsors this year that have helped make these games possible, from Frisco League Tournament to all the other games that have been done. Also want a big thank you to Country Financial and Security Bank of Pulaski County. There we go. That's a little better. Inside, shot up by the Tigers, foul. It's going to be the first team foul. That's Medlock's first foul. She has 2 points in the ball game. And Kimitzer back in the ball game. She's had a pretty decent game here. Foul on the shot. Free throws coming for St. James. 7:34 remains in this game. Again, thank you everyone for watching tonight. Actually, thinking about it, let's head over to Better Call Ball channel here. If you're not watching that, you could go over there, Kale Carr, watch some Iberia tournament coverage. I've been so busy in these games I haven't even noticed. And he's got 53 viewers watching Richland and Iberia right now, so love that. Again, the Iberia boys tournament. Foul by St. James. That is the third foul, DeLuca. She's a senior forward. Addison Floyd at the free throw line. (48-23). The scoreboard matches the scoreboard out there. Sometimes it don't. You can't read, but it does what it wants. 48-24, 24-point difference in the game. 3-point shot. Nope. They're going to pass away the three. Just looking, guarding that three. If they swing it, they got a corner over there. There's a 3-point. Nope. There you go. Reverse to the basket. That is good for the Tigers. 24 points for her in the ball game. She has had a very good game. Looking for three of their own. That is good. And Penelope Huff in double digits in this ball game. 12 points for her. 50-27. 23-point difference now, chipping away. A long way to go, but they're going the right direction of where they need to go. We'll just see where they all wind up here after this is over, but right now they're going to have to get a 3-point shot again. Richardson, 8 points in the game. 6 minutes remain. Actually under 6 minutes, but the scoreboard don't know what that is, so. Quick 2 for Huff. Ball turned over. 53-29, so teams trading baskets here. But unfortunately, trading baskets is not what is going to get you back in the game here. Richardson with another 2 points for the Tigers. 55-29 now. The difference is 4 points away. Have a foul on the way up. This will be on the Tigers. That is our second team foul. Both have 2. 3-point shot, no good. Spin move, not there. 2-point, nope, passed up the 2. Underneath. Basket is up, no, that is good. Smith into traffic, picked up the 2 points, her first 2 of the game, 57-29. Looking for 3. They need to get a basket here to avoid a running clock down the line. And substitutions coming into the game. 4:13 remains in this ball game. Well, I guess the game is over. Iberia and Richland. That may be all 3 games today. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's over. But he has coverage of the Iberia tournament, live coverage. St. James with the ball. A 2-point shot will give us a running clock here. 3 Tigers. 60 points. And St. James will, in fact, move on. Blocking foul and the basket. Clock is still running. Hey, I got it to read again. Sometimes it gets confused. Free throw, no good. A foul on St. James. Third foul for her in the ball game. Stopoulos, the sophomore forward. 3 team fouls for both teams. .29. Tigers pick up the ball and heading the opposite direction. We're going to give one final thank you to Town and Country Bank and the Licking Athletic Booster Club for all of their support. You can be sure to, if you can, thank them for supporting Licking Athletics and support the Booster Club. Best way, whether it be Licking, whatever school that you cheer for. They do a great job giving opportunities and equipment, food for travel, a lot of different things these booster clubs provide for. 3-point shot. .130 left in the game. Tigers opposite side here. A minute 18 to go and counting. Nope. They'll drive instead. 2-point basket, St. James. Smith picks up 2 more points. She has 4 in the game. Final seconds here. And that will do it here in this ball game. So that is it. Thank you for joining us. 67-29 victory. St. James will move on. They'll play the late game. We'll have Licking and Southern Boone to start Friday night. Have a good night. We'll see you Thursday from Dixon High School, Dixon and Salem Tigers.